Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming out to the Cadieux Cafe. I'm ML Elrick, the host of the ML Soul Detroit podcast and the on-guard government watchdog columnist at the Detroit Free Press. We got some drink specials here. If you have not had a Shankly's, it's I think it's $5. It's a delicious shot of whiskey that tastes more like
it's very butterscotchy.
Yeah, it's more like Bailey's Irish Cream than it is.
But it's not creamy.
No, it's pretty good.
Shanky's, nice stuff.
Shanky's. So try Shanky's, and if that's a little too rich for your blood, a subscription to the Free Press is still $1 for a month. So please check that out. Every year we try and do something here at the Cadieux Cafe, and I always bring some special guests along to do all the work. So I'm going to introduce them. To my right, which I guess is your left, is Darcy McConnell of McConnell Communications. Former Grosse Pointe Park City Councilwoman, future president.
I'm there. I'm with you.
And then August Gitschlag, who has had so many different jobs and so many different roles. We're just going to tell you that he's got a podcast you can check out. August, where do they find that?
The Man Cave Happy Hour podcast. My partner Jamie over here from myirishradio.com. We do the Man Cave Happy Hour podcast every Monday night in our studios in Southfield.
And if you are charity-minded, which if you listen to our show, you obviously are because you're donating an hour of your time that you wish you had back. August also does a couple events that are worth talking about. That's the annual tracksuit party.
That's right.
And the Magnum event, which which one's coming up next?
We'll be on 14. We're about 5 years ahead of the Tiger Stadium guys doing our Magnum PI party. And we know them. They're great. They're the Downriver Magnums. We're the East Side Magnums. So we both do our Magnum PI parties, and we have a good time. We all know each other. So
these events raise money for kids' charities. If you follow Soul of Detroit, you'll know when they're coming because we always preview them with August. The Magnum party, you wear your best Hawaiian shirt, just like Detroit's own Tom Selleck would. There's one of the trivia questions we already given away.
Yeah.
And with the tracksuit party, you wear your tracksuit, but I know most of you guys, this is probably the fancy dress for you. I don't see anybody in PJs.
When we first started that 15 years ago, you could get a tracksuit at a resale shop, a cool Fila one for $10. Yeah. Now those things are selling for $200 on eBay. It's getting tougher and tougher to get a good vintage tracksuit.
Yeah, thanks, StockX.
Yeah, I know, right?
And we may be joined at some point by Alan Lengel of Deadline Detroit. So if you see Alan, he'll come up here. And we have some dignitaries here. Well, you're all distinguished or extinguished or whatever the right term is.
Somewhat dignified.
But Michigan Journalism Hall of Fame member and local author Patty Montgomery is here. So Patty. I had to tell her it was Columbus Day, but she came out anyways. So she's a proud daughter of Montgomery, Italy. So
sorry about your loss last night.
Yeah,
the World Baseball Classic.
And the Italian flag and the Irish flag are very similar. And I think our armies have the same win-loss record. So we embrace our Italian friends today on St. Patrick's Day. And everybody today should be Irish, at least a little bit. And if anybody asks you if you've had any Irish in you, just tell them to keep walking because it's the oldest line in the world. And as Irish women will tell you, you're bound to be disappointed. So, which is why my wife isn't here. So
I noticed that.
We're going to do some Detroit and some Irish trivia. Alan, say hello to the good people.
Hello, everybody.
Did you do his big intro? You gave a big intro for everybody else.
Well, I'm just killing time, So as you know, the Cadieux's going to have live music all night. We're going to start off with some trivia. If you know the answer, feel free to put your hand up. If we call upon you, you can deliver the answer. And if you like, you can take one of our fine prizes here donated by my cohort here. And I'm going to start us off with a little bit of Irish trivia.
But that means don't shout it out, right? Because we need somebody to win.
Yeah.
If everybody shouts it out, nobody can win. So
wave your hands.
Do the old
shout
school.
Out, ooh, ooh, ooh. Me.
Mr. Cotter.
So our first question is very timely. Why is St. Patrick's Day celebrated on March 17th? And why didn't St. Patrick feel that excited about it? Yes, that is the day St. Patrick died in 461. So
short walk to the prize table.
Yes, short walk to the prize table.
So help yourself. Don't be shy. We're off to a roaring start. We'll just go down the line. We have no buzzers, so just wave your hands. But don't wave it like this because then no one want to sit by it.
All right, this is a two-part question. True or false, Belle Isle is modeled after New York Central Park. That's the first part. Anybody know they want to say the answer? Yes. Nope. It's well, all right, I'll just move to the second part of that question. Which park is bigger, Central Park or Belle Isle? All right. I don't think he should get a do-over. I don't know. I'll leave it up to the audience. What do you all think? Yes? All right, we'll let you have it.
Yeah, but you just get koozies.
Yeah, you might get the compression socks, though. But you can come on up and pick something from the prize table. No, good. You can take a prize from up here. Yeah, up here on the table.
Yeah, so we have some prizes here. We have some branded gear for people who have the right kind of ices. We have some lit up shot glasses, which will come in very handy later on tonight when
Compliments of McConnell
you're having
Communications.
trouble seeing clearly. Those are compliments of McConnell Communication. So when you're pulled over and the officer says, "Who was it who got you in this terrible state? Who may have ruined your life?" You say, "McConnell Communications."
And we'll help you get out of that rut if you
they-
call McConnell Communications.
They also do crisis communication,
management.
so
You
you
do
want to
crisis
call.
communications.
You want to call Darcy. And we also have some copies of the Kwame Sutra up there. So if you want to connect with a little Detroit history, please help yourself. Okay, so we've got two winners.
All right, I'm going to go into Detroit mayoral trivia. There's lots of Irish mayors we've had here. So here's one. This former mayor of Detroit resigned the mayorship in 1933 when Franklin Roosevelt named him Governor General of the Philippines. He later went on to become Governor of Michigan, Attorney General of the United States, and a Supreme Court Justice. Who am I talking about? The Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, absolutely.
All right,
Frank
Patty.
Murphy.
Frank Murphy, one of our great Polish mayors.
Patty, please help yourself to our wonderful prize table. Wonderful prize. Yes.
Sure.
I mean, you don't have to, but you can.
Right.
So just to break up the Detroit history, I'm going to give you a little Irish. You just help yourself to the table.
Pick one item from the table.
Oh, yeah. So I will give you a little Irish trivia before Alan gives you some Detroit trivia. When and where was the first St. Patrick's Day parade ever recorded? When and where was the first recorded parade celebrating St. Patrick?
Got to raise your hand.
Okay, we have an answer. Not New York. Not Boston. Not Chicago. Not Detroit. In the back. Mr. Turnbull. No, it wasn't the United States. Don. Not Chicago. Not Philly. Have you got it? Where in Florida?
St. Augustine.
Who got St. Augustine? Okay, very good, Paul. Got St. Augustine. Does anybody know what year it was celebrated? Nope, even earlier.
1846.
Even earlier.
1748.
It was before you had to wear masks.
Now you're just yelling numbers out. Now it's just combos here.
So we're gonna go with. We should do the Price
At
is
this
Right
point,
rules.
use your phone.
Yeah. Close. Start going lower every year.
It's like the price of right.
Yeah.
It was in 1601. Yes, Ron DeSantis was just starting his first term as governor. He was 5'6" then. He's 5'6" now.
Okay, question here. Which magazine donated the Joe Louis Fisk sculpture to the city of Detroit? Which magazine? It's a national magazine. Okay, we'll do it again. Which magazine donated the Joe Louis Fisk sculpture to the city of Detroit?
The answer is not Hustler, by the way. We need to see your hand. Mr. Turnbull, you are correct. It was Sports Illustrated. Please feel free to avail yourself of our secondhand prizes. Let's go. Sure.
All right. Before this bar closed in the last 3 to 5 years, it boasted it boasted that it was one of, if not the oldest, continuously operating bar in Detroit. In Michigan, the manager would serve patrons shots of a drink called Rectified Spirit, and it was voted best biker bar. Anybody raise their hand? What'd you say? Nope. You got it. All right, bonus question. What is the infamous group that allegedly hung out that location long before it was Stonehouse? Got it. All right, 2 winners. My questions must be too easy.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Stonehouse. It's an 8 Mile and State
Right
Fair.
off
Ralston
State
is the
Fairgrounds.
actual name of the street. It was actual house.
Yeah. Right there off the State Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
All right. In 1909, Detroit's Woodward Avenue became the site of a world first in transportation. What was that first? All right. Yeah, I see it. Shoot. No, but that's what everyone always guesses. Because the first traffic light was here.
I know this one.
No, but that's close. Because this is way before the Davidson. This is 1909.
First paved road.
The first mile of paved road. That's absolutely true. All roads were cobblestone or brick or dirt. The first concrete poured road was a mile of Woodward Avenue in 1909.
The second trivia question was, that was the last time they paved that section.
That's probably true.
It's the damn road.
We're going to give you that answer. Okay. Okay. This is for our horticulturists out there. What is the highest number of leaves ever recorded on a single clover stem? Now, as you may know, the shamrock is associated with Ireland, and people believe a 4-leaf clover is lucky, unless you're picking it just before the big lawnmower comes behind you. But the clover is very, very adaptable and can have more than one leaf on a stem. So what is the highest number of leaves ever recorded on a single stem? And I will give you a clue. It is not a prime number.
I don't think that helped too many folks.
Well, these people are mostly sober. We can't give it away. And we will do Price is Right rules. If you guess over, you are out. You're still in. 6, 1. Well, we're looking for the most. Well, then you're going to have to start running through your numbers real fast to get there before closing time. I will tell you, it is a double-digit number. 11 is a prime number. Nope, not 12. 13, also a prime number. Yes, ma'am. 25, not a prime number, but not correct either. So we know it's more than 25. 40, you're getting closer. How many? 33. No. Okay,
Should we do the
folks.
Jeopardy music?
Why would anybody ever know the actual answer to this question?
It's because this will get you a free drink at a bar somewhere.
Okay.
We'll give you one more shot, and then we're going to take this question off the board. Yes, sir. No. The correct answer, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, is 63. And here's a chance to redeem yourself. In which country was this massive clover located? And before you answer, before you answer,
Way to narrow it down.
I'll give you a clue. In the same way that a world event caused a friendly little lizard to become a Tokyo stomping beast. In the back, Suzanne. Yes, the correct answer is Japan. Also the home of Mothra, but that's not an answer to any of our questions. So, Suzanne, help yourself to some of our fine swag here. Alan, take it away.
Okay. What did the city of Detroit and Bing Steel have in common?
Can you be more specific?
Yes. Oh, under.
Yes, they both went bankrupt under the stewardship of NBA Hall of Famer and all-around fine gentleman Dave Bing.
I think we should give it to him.
Yeah, please help yourself. Yeah. As a follow-up question, in which city did Dave Bing's wife live while he lived in the Manugian Mansion? Angela. Franklin, Michigan. Thank you very much. Yes, Darcy.
Okay. All right. When did the last train depart from Michigan Central Station, day, time, and where was it headed? Again, the question is, when did the last train depart from Michigan Central Station, and where was it headed? Nope.
Is that Mickey Dolenz?
That was a monkey's joke.
Oh, okay. We need the date. Yes. Nope. Yeah, you got it. It's 88. Anybody? The bonus part is, where was it going? Who said Chicago?
It's always a safe bet to say Chicago. Yeah.
Correct. So, help yourself.
Okay, yes, please. If you get a question right, feel free to raid our stock of priceless relics.
All right. How many good Catholics do we have in the room today? How many awful Catholics like me do we have in the room today?
Yeah, it's
All right. So I'm
question.
expecting this to come from the good Catholic side, okay?
Less than 63. I think that's the answer.
So following the Great Fire of 1805, this French priest wrote the city motto. It appears in Latin on the flag. Translates to, "We hope for better things that shall rise from the ashes." Which Catholic priest that has a high school named after it was this? Gabriel Richard. Good job.
Excellent.
I asked that question a couple times. They always go, Cardinal
Please help
Mooney.
yourself to a gift for our gift
local
table.
schools. Bishop
Our lovely
Gallagher.
gift table.
Yep.
Okay, I want to urge anyone who thinks they know this answer to take a beat before they blurt it out. St. Patrick was originally associated with what color? Blue. And you know why? Because priests are celibate. It kind of described as. Now, unfortunately, as Patty Montemori reported at the Free Press, they chase snakes not just out of Ireland, but all over the rectory.
Boy.
So,
Oh, boy.
is Father Pelk here? No, okay. I think I'm okay. And maybe I can get dispensation. So please help yourself to whatever dross.
The mini Bible we have over there on the pocket Bible on the table.
Okay, Alan.
Which famous magician and mama's boy died after being punched in the gut in Detroit?
Don, what have you got? Harry Houdini.
You got
Don,
it. You got it.
please help yourself.
His last show was in Detroit.
Yes,
And he died here.
at the time he was.
He did not die in the Detroit River like people say he did. There's always been this story that he died trying to escape a box in the Detroit River. That's not what happened.
No, in fact, I believe he was punched in the stomach on a dare by a University of Michigan football player who punched him before he was ready. And I think he may have died at Detroit Receiving Hospital. And at the time, his funeral was held in the Cass Corridor, which in that era.
Who sucker punches Houdini?
a Wolverine.
That's right.
I hate him.
And you know who saw it coming? Connor Stallions, because he stole the signs.
Oh boy.
But he was laid out at one of the finest funeral homes in Detroit, which was in the Cass Corridor, because back then it was one of Detroit's premier streets, and it's very close to being there again. Although don't tell the East Side's own Ben Blackwell, who still refers to Midtown as the Cass Corridor,
Cass Corridor, as does my father.
and is very insistent upon it.
It will never be anything but the Cass Corridor to my dad.
I agree. You can buy a Shinola, but you can't.
He was a
take
regular
away.
at Alvin's for many, many years.
Excellent. Okay, Darcy.
Okay. Let's see. How many mayors have there been since Coleman? I'm going to do some back-to-back because some of these mine are easier, I think. How many mayors have there been since Coleman Young stepped down? Is the first question. How long did Ken Cockrell Jr. serve as mayor? Is the second question. And the third question is, who had the biggest victory margin? Dennis Archer versus Ed Vaughn, or Mary Sheffield versus Solomon Kinlock? So the
You got to
first
back
one,
this up to the first one. Just do them one at a time.
I'm
You
going.
can have three.
I got it. I know how to do this. Oh, thank you. How many mayors of Detroit have there been since Coleman Young stepped down? That's the first question. Anybody got the answer? Anybody? Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. No, we don't.
Angela coming from.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah. But no, we don't count him as mayor because he was not a mayor. How many mayors have there been since Coleman Young stepped down? All right.
We have a.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Let's get some fresh. But how many?
Yeah, he said 6 and she said
Six?
6. Yeah.
Okay, 6. Well, you guys both help yourself because that table's
Table's
still-
starting to get low though.
It's still littered.
Yeah.
That puzzle is.
All right, the second part is how long did Ken Cockrell serve as mayor? How long did Ken Cockrell serve as mayor? Ken Cockrell Jr., sorry. Anybody?
Pride of St. Florian's in Hamtramck.
We're looking for the number of months.
Well, you just gave it away, but yeah, sort of kind of. Yes, in the back. Close.
It's always a good guess.
Anybody else? How long did Ken Cockrell serve as mayor? Ken Cockrell Jr. serve as mayor?
So 7 is under because we're doing Price is Right rules.
8 is correct.
Paul
8
says
is correct.
8.
Paul can go grab his prize.
Paul,
All right, I'll reserve my other question for later.
Paul, please get your Valentine's Day
The
shopping
gentle
out of the
lady
way
reclaims her time.
right away.
All right.
Okay, August.
All right, folks. In 1980, the city of Detroit gave the key to the city to which foreign dictator? Mickey? It was Saddam Hussein. Mayor Young gave him was it a couple $100,000 to a local Detroit church down in the Chaldean neighborhood over what it was at 7 Mile and Woodward, and they gave him the key to the city. That was back during the Iran-Iraq War when we were pumping money into Iraq, and we were boys.
Yeah, no,
So-
he was.
But yeah, so we got that. We gave Saddam Hussein the key to the city. Detroit has that. Yeah.
Little known fact: before the RoboCop statue came along, they were going to put that Saddam Hussein statue up, but even more controversial. Even more controversial. Okay, this sounds like the kind of question that is unfair because we all know there are lots of great pubs in Ireland. But if you think about it, the answer is obvious. So that's the setup. What is the oldest pub in Ireland? That's a good question. That's a good answer. But it's an old trick, and we know that that's not. She said the oldest pub in Ireland is the oldest pub. That's like saying.
I'll give her a koozie or a pin for that.
That's like saying, who's your father? Your dad.
My dad.
Yeah, okay. So we're not going to count that one. But you can buy us a shot. So what is the oldest pub in Ireland? Now, this is a clue that will not help you, but you can pretend it's useful. It's in Westmeath.
That helps narrow it down
Yeah,
tremendously.
sounds
Okay.
made up.
I think it's
One more try.
closer now.
It's named after a man. Yes, exactly. Sean's Pub. Again, if you know the Irish, there's a Sean's Pub on every corner. So feel free to weigh yourself down with this soon-to-be recycled products. Alan, take it away.
Okay. What what Detroit Public High School did fictional cop Alex Foley attend?
Good question.
So let's go in a corner because I think we haven't had a hand up yet. Mumford High School, that's right. As a bonus trivia question, which prominent Detroit defense attorney also graduated from Mumford, moved away from Detroit 50 years ago, and can't stop talking about graduating from Mumford? And I will just tell you, if you think this is a slam, let me tell you something. If you do get pulled over or get in any trouble with the law, this is also the first cat you want to call. His name is also one of the few things you can eat on Friday during Lent. Steve Fishman. Excellent. Very good. Great lawyer. And by the way, if you haven't heard lately, he went to Mumford. You don't need to ask him. He'll tell you.
All right. Should go back to my other question. I forgot what it was.
How many vowels are in the letter?
Okay. My question from before was, who had the biggest victory margin? Dennis Archer versus Ed Vaughn, or Mary Sheffield versus Solomon Kinlock? And then for a bonus, what'd you say? Nope.
Because you didn't even remember that other guy's name, did you?
Right. And the bonus question is, so the margin for, somebody else got to say the answer so you can win the prize, I guess.
Okay.
Dennis Archer versus Ed Vaughn, or Mary Sheffield versus Solomon Kinlock. So I'll just tell the answer. So Sheffield won 77% to 22%. Archer won 83 to 17%. So for a bonus question, can anybody remember Ed Vaughn's campaign slogan?
I don't remember Ed Vaughn.
Exactly.
I think his slogan was, "With your help, I'll get to 20%.
His slogan was, "We're in the dirt, we're in the dark, we're in danger." So.
Oh, that's promising.
Right? Very hopeful.
It just builds all this energy for your campaign.
Obama-esque, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be my slogan later on tonight.
Jeez.
Can I ask a follow-up since nobody got my question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or do I need to move
Who
on?
could stand against you? No wise man.
During Prohibition, what was the nickname of the structure that rum runners would use to transport between Detroit and Canada?
Okay, one more time for the folks in the back.
During Prohibition, what was the nickname of the structure that rum runners would use to transport their illegal goods between Detroit and Canada?
Yes, sir.
No?
Not the ice highway.
Yes, right there. No?
Chris, no.
So we're saying a structure, just to help you, and we're saying Detroit and Canada. So, and then we're saying nickname. Anybody? So instead of the Windsor Tunnel, it was called the Windsor Funnel. So
The Windsor Funnel.
Obscure information from Darcy. I'm here all week.
To those of you who had the Hershey Highway, you just keep that freaky shit to yourself, okay?
All right.
This is a sophisticated family
It's a
bar.
family
Take me
show.
Okay.
Family trivia.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to give you some music trivia, okay? 2 right answers here. We all know Madonna's first #1 hit was Like a Virgin, and she took off. And everyone talked about Rochester and Bay City, Michigan, blah, blah, blah. She had 2 other songs that charted at number 10 and number 4 before she hit #1 with Like a Virgin that you all know, but you all forget about it because Like a Virgin hit before. Give me one of those 2 songs. No. One was the B-side to Holiday. Well, you can't answer twice.
Let's
But
go to Becky in the
Yes.
front. She hasn't had a shot.
Lucky Star hit number 4. Yes, that's one of them. Borderline was the first one to hit number 10. That's right, before Like a Virgin. That was a little bit longer song.
Okay.
Yeah, good job, guys. Everyone
Becky,
goes with Holiday
Matthew, if
and
you want to-
Material Girl for that.
If you guys want to jump in again, please help yourself.
Okay.
Her latest album is now called Nowhere Even Close to Being a Virgin.
Nowhere close. It's called
Okay.
Dusty.
What?
It's called
Dusty.
What?
Need a surgeon for that.
What Detroit?
Stitches.
What Detroit Tiger went to prison not once but twice in 2 separate occasions? I have somebody else in mind. I can't, was he? Did he go twice?
Well, I don't think he went to prison for the child support. That may have just been jail. But
Danny McClain.
Yeah, Denny.
Denny McClain. Okay, Angela gets it. Now,
Angela's cleaning up, y'all, just
Yes.
for the record.
know.
Just for the record.
as a bonus question, when was Ron LaFleur arrested the second time? At the last game at Tiger Stadium. He ran out on the center field, and then he ran into the back of a Wayne County Sheriff's deputy car. Okay.
There you go.
Old number 8, still my favorite Tiger. Okay, so we're going to get back to the Irish trivia for a minute. What 1959 children's movie with an Irish theme starred the first actor to play James Bond? Yes, sir. Well, we like to just call them people. But yes, it was Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Catherine was watching this yesterday and didn't
Yes.
get it.
And here's
Yesterday, it was on the TV.
so please help yourself to some straight. Here's a true and false question. Was that Sean Connery's hair or a wig in Darby O'Gill and the Little People? It's one of the few movies where he actually used his own hair. That was not a stunt double on top of 007's dome. Okay, very good. Please, we got lots of questions and lots of swag, so please help yourself. By the way, if you need it, the Narcan is not swag. Just help yourself, okay? That's there. You don't have
It's
to
a public
question
service.
it. Yes,
We're here for the people.
we want to see everybody live long enough to pay your tab. And please, don't forget to tip your waiters and your waitresses and your bartenders.
I went from like too easy to too obscure, so we'll see if this lands in the middle. So this should be an easier one. What is a Boston cooler and what is it named after? What is a Boston cooler and what is it named after? All the way in the back.
Suzanne.
Close. You got half of it right.
So Verner's and ice cream and vanilla ice cream was the correct answer.
Correct answer for Boston cooler, and then what's it named after? I'll count that. It's named after the street itself. So yes. So we got 2 winners here.
Okay. All right. August?
All right, I'll make this one quick and easy. This
I guess I
former-
misunderstood. I'm sorry.
This former
Either
Detroit
way,
mayor.
you still won, man.
Yeah, you won. This
Yes,
former
Suzanne,
Detroit
come on.
mayor tried to dye the Detroit River green, and that didn't work because it went too fast and dumped it all in the Lake Erie. He's also the same clown that sold all of our trolleys to Mexico City. Which Detroit mayor is this? Push the building of the lodge, cars of the future. It's Al Cobo.
All right, Angela. He's also the reason why Wyandott's known as the Green City.
I don't think we asked this one. Who was the second to last Detroit mayor to be sent to prison? All right, one more time. Who was the second to last Detroit mayor to be sent to prison?
Okay, so just to give you some context, since it's St. Patrick's Day, we know the last Irish mayor of Detroit to go to prison was Kilpatrick. who was the second to last mayor of Detroit to go to prison? Here's a clue, not Irish. Louis Mariani, yes. No, it was in the 1960s. Texture, yes. Louis Mariani. So please help yourself. Yes, it's like, when is the next mayor going to prison? Yeah, right. Okay. Do we have any music fans? As you know, the Cadieux Cafe is one of the best spots on the east side for live music. We're on the indoor stage right now. As things get warmer, you know the beer garden will have live music out there. Sometimes you come here, there's bands inside and outside. This is a great place for people who love music. So I'm going to give you an Irish musical trivia question. Irish musician Gilbert O'Sullivan, no relation, hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1972 with which song? And here's a clue. It describes my high school dating experience. Matthew, you probably know too much about
Empty Inside.
Yes, Back That Ass Up is the correct answer. No, sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, but where do the parentheses go? Around naturally. So the actual title is Alone Again, Naturally. And if you've ever seen the video of Gilbert O'Sullivan performing this song, you have two thoughts. Of course, that's why you're alone again, naturally. And second, do not hang out near parks. And don't double park your white van because you look pretty creepy, Gil.
All right.
All right. What are 2 or 3? Which should I ask? 2? 2 of Detroit's oldest neighborhoods. Name 2. Anybody? Anybody got a hand up? Somebody that hasn't answered?
Yeah, Paul,
I need
stand
2.
up.
I need 2.
Paul's cheating.
I need 2.
Corktown established 1834.
Corktown is 1. I need 2. Sorry. Hold on. You're supposed to give 2. Hold on.
1834 is also the last time they re-bricked Michigan.
Do you have an additional neighborhood besides Corktown? No, I was looking at him. Oh, okay. All right. So come back up. I'm sorry. Okay. Who? Black Bottom? No. Nope.
No, not Black Bottom.
Did you have one over here?
Don?
Nope.
Not Rivertown.
Anybody?
Northtown. Paul?
Brush Park is absolutely one of them.
Okay.
Anybody want to try one more? Another old neighborhood? Think ethnic.
Trailer Park?
Right here.
Okay.
Nope. It's Germantown.
Thank you, love.
Germantown. Okay.
All right.
My people.
Next.
All right. August.
All right. Let's go with this well-known Detroit street is the only street named after a Civil War battle in the city of Detroit.
Oh, I know this one.
There was also a fancy restaurant there for a minute. Antietam. That's it. Battle of Antietam. There is an entire neighborhood just outside Hamtramck where all the streets are named after Civil War generals, but that's the one named after a battle.
All right. Antietam is the correct answer. Okay. I have a little bit of Irish trivia that applies to everybody who's Irish, which today is everybody. And I suspect that our host and owner of the Cadieux Cafe, John Rutherford, hopes this is a low estimate. But what is the average number of drinks consumed per person on St. Patrick's Day?
Do I count as an average person or no? Am I an average person?
The average number of drinks consumed per person. So that means you and I we're on the high end.
We're on the high end. We're skewing the average, buddy.
Oh, you hope it's not true. That also includes water and hemlock. 3.5 is too low. Any other guesses? It is 4.2. So if you're already there, you peaked too soon. But pace yourself, folks. 4.2 is the average number of drinks consumed per person on St. Patrick's Day.
Which Detroit mayor was never elected mayor?
Okay. Which Detroit mayor was not elected? Yes, sir. Ken Cockrell Jr. Yes, sir. Please.
Roland's the winner. Let's go, Ro.
You win. Please help yourself to some swag.
Look at that fresh haircut.
Well, you know.
What did Detroit City Councilwoman Sharon McPhail accuse then Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick's administration of doing to her? Yes, LaDon. Was accepted. It was basically rigging her office massage pad, her office chair. And then so LaDon, get your prize. And then here's a bonus question. Does anybody know why Sharon McPhail made such an outlandish allegation? Again, she accused the mayor of rigging her massage pad on her office chair. Anybody know why? So the reason is because she was actually serving as the city attorney for Ecorse, and there was an opinion that said she couldn't be on the council and serve as city attorney. So story was broken by me, yes. And thank you. And so people were chasing the story, and then in the middle of an interview with the reporter, she said, what's going on? And she diverted the story away from her conflict of interest.
We also would have accepted the answer, she cray.
Yeah.
That is true.
And that is absolutely true.
That's an all of the above situation.
Oh, even another bonus question. Does anybody remember what Kilpatrick said in reaction to that? Yes. Yes, basically he said we need to all wrap our arms around her.
A hug.
Very nicely done.
All right, Don with the translation. Someone needs a hug. We need to wrap our arms. By the way, Sharon McPhail later denied that she ever claimed that the mayor tried to electrocute her, and then went on to work for the mayor and to defend him during removal proceedings instituted by then governor of Michigan, Jennifer Graham.
Yeah.
August.
Which legendary Detroiter famously started his career as a movie usher at the Fox Theater? This is a classic singer who you know. I can give you multiple choice, but I want to hear what you think was started out.
Is it a famous, legendary Detroit singer? Okay.
Yes, singer. No. Jack White did not work at the Fox when it was a movie theater. Put that in the terms of timing.
Okay, so Jack is not that far off,
It's not that old though.
but it's not Jack and it ain't White.
Yeah, that was
But there
in
is
the ballpark.
there is a Jack in the first name.
Back in the back.
Let me give you a clue. He was a friend of mine.
Lonely teardrops.
That's it. She gave it away with Lonely Teardrops. Come on.
Becky?
Right here. She got it. Jackie Wilson.
Nope.
She got
Jackie
it right
Wilson.
here. She got it right here.
The legendary Jackie Wilson was an usher at the Fox Theater. It's funny because I wrote this as a multiple choice, and one of the options was
That's not
Stevie
the one.
Wonder. That kind of would have given it away that it wasn't him, right?
Well,
Blind usher at the movie theater.
you'd have trouble finding the
Yeah.
right seat. Okay.
Yeah. Flashlight didn't work.
Bringing it back to Ireland for just a moment, since it is St. Patrick's Day. Ireland is the second largest European island. Which island is the largest? We're looking for geography freaks and people you would not want to be stuck in an elevator with. Ireland is the second largest island in Europe. Which is the largest island in Europe? Matthew. Do we say the UK? I guess it is all one contiguous landmass.
It
Yes.
is.
It is England or Well, it's soon to be
Well,
England because everybody's bailing.
You can't say just England because you have Wales. It's the
Scotland,
UK.
yes, it is.
How many countries are in this country?
And of course, there's
4,
the Commonwealth.
5.
Alan, let's bring it home here. What do we got for Detroit?
Which Detroit Tigers legend was among the first players inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, but has not had his number retired? And why was his number not retired?
Yes, sir. That's right.
That is correct.
Ty Cobb because they didn't have numbers. There
Ty
you
Cobb
go.
because he had no number. And going back to that last game at Tiger Stadium when Gabe Kapler ran out to center field to take Ty Cobb's spot, he had no number on the back of his jersey. And everybody's like, what the hell? He did not have a number. But if you go to Comerica Park, you will see his name on the wall with no number because back then they didn't have numbers.
I've seen that.
Now, he did say that if he had a number, it would have been 666.
Well, that's what they say.
But that's what they say.
Then he punch a guy with one arm and all
That's-
kinds of stuff. That's a whole other trivia set.
Mordecai
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
One arm Brown. Okay. Darcy.
Okay. What is the name and the artist who transformed vacant houses into, some would say art, others would say junk, initially as a way to draw attention to the abandoned buildings and other problems in the city? So the artist and the and the name of the display, all the way in the back, right? And then what did Coleman Young famously do to several of those displays in the Heidelberg Project? Anybody?
Did he pay someone to burn them down?
No, he did have them torn down. He came with the bulldozer. And then more recently, about 5 or 10 years ago, somebody did set fire to several of them.
They said it was his sister.
My money is on Sheila Cockrum. But
I thought it was his sister for the insurance money.
So here's a bonus Coleman Young question. What did Coleman Young say to the radical individual who came to city council and said he wanted to make some radical changes to Detroit? I believe it may have been Curtis Sliwa of the Guardian Angels. When the Guardian Angels
Who
were
is
offering
still around.
to
Ran for mayor.
ran for mayor. So when the
All those
Guardian
Donahue
Angels,
appearances in the 80s.
and I'm pretty sure this is right, Curtis Sliwa comes to Detroit and says, I want to bring the Guardian Angels to help make the cities of Detroit streets safe. What did Coleman Young say to him? No, he didn't say hit 8 Mile. That's what he said in his inaugural speech to the thieves and crooks and criminals of Detroit. Unfortunately, a lot of white people thought, that's me. It's like, well, you just testified against yourself. But what was it that he said? Nope. He said, you can just revolutionize your ass on back to New York City.
so we did get a version of the Guardian Angels with Detroit 300 about 10, 15 years ago, where some citizens decided to patrol the streets. And with limited success until a law enforcement got uncomfortable about some legal issues.
Yeah, they thought they were pretty tough. They started as Detroit 300. They're down to about Detroit 4. Turns out this city ain't going to be tamed. Are we into August? I think when the band's ready to go, we will step aside. John, what's the how are we looking? Is the bar on? Is the band on Irish time too? When do you want us to wrap up? Okay, we'll go.
Well, we
for
started 45 minutes late, so another 20 minutes ain't going to kill you.
Well, in Ireland, that's considered early. So it is St. Patrick's Day. First of all, it's an Irish holiday and you're on the east side. You're lucky we started within the last hour. And if you listen to the Soul of Detroit, you know if we start on time, we meant to start 2 hours earlier. We just finally got there.
Right.
By
Trust
accident.
me, I know. When you leave work to go on a show, you take a little extra time.
People are like, I'll take half a day off. I said,
Yeah,
why don't you take the week off?
Take a 2-hour block. All right. So here's a Detroit Irish question. No one's going to get it, but it's fun, and I'll give you the answer. Well, most Irish immigrants in Detroit came from County Cork. A specific group of Irish sailors and dock workers settled in a neighborhood just west of Corktown near the river. Because of their specific dialect and customs, this sub-neighborhood was nicknamed what? And there is a much more famous version of this in St. Louis. They call it the same neighborhood because the same immigrants went there to work the docks. All right, I'll give you the multiple.
Paul's got his hand up.
It's not. Nope. Close. Nope. No. There's a big. Everyone goes to this Irish neighborhood in St. Louis, but we had one of our own. It was called the Kerry Patch.
The Kerry Patch.
Because they were from County Kerry.
So if you know anything about Ireland, the Kerry men are the butt of all the jokes. They speak with such a heavy brogue that even people in Ireland can't understand them. So Kerrytown, also a shopping district in Ann Arbor.
It is. We talked about that today too.
Where you can buy national championships.
Yes, they all worked the docks in the early days. They were the shipping dock workers.
Speaking of jokes, where do leprechauns go to hang out? On the patio. Thank you.
Dun-dun.
There are we. Right.
Drummer back there. Where's our drummer?
Alan, if you get another one for us. I think you do.
Law enforcement prototype ED-209, manufactured by Omni Consumer Products, is better known by what name?
Everybody all at once. That was
Hey,
me.
I heard it.
Time. Everybody all at once.
I heard it. RoboCop, yes. Now keeping streets safe in Eastern Market. So we have a multiple choice question here. If you have not gotten an answer right yet, and you have not visited our fabulous prize table, this is your chance to score. Which is also what they say at most Irish pubs around 11:59 because they close early. Our question is, the McGillicuddy Reeks are A, an Irish delicacy cooks have been preparing for 100 years, B, the highest mountain range in Ireland, or C, McGillicuddy's unwashed drawers. Once again, the McGillicuddy Reeks are A, a delicacy Irish cooks have been preparing, B, the highest mountain range in Ireland, or C, Billy McGillicuddy's G-string. You just have to give us the correct letter, A, B, or C. Yes, sir, B. It is indeed B. As a bonus question, do you know where they are, where they're located? And we just mentioned. Again, who's your father? My dad. They are located in County Kerry. Well done, sir. Well done.
All right, true or false? Two-part question, true or false? There is a historically black college / university, HBCU, in the city of Detroit. True or false? True. Okay, bonus question. What is the name of the school?
Damn.
She is crushing it. So the Pensole Lewis College of Business and Design originally opened in 1928, shut down, and reopened in 2021 as a fashion design school and in partnership with the College of Creative Studies. So you're crushing it today.
With Angela on my side, I do not know how I lost that city council race. I wonder if that election was stolen.
All right, this question is only for people
I hear
who
there was a lot of that
haven't.
happening in 2020.
If you haven't won yet, you're allowed to answer this question because it's fairly easy. This legendary Corktown pub is named after a famous Irish folk song about a woman who ruined a man's life with whiskey. If you haven't won yet, you can answer. Pink. There you go.
Told to ride out on that horse we can't. We're about to get told. So if you follow me on Facebook, I appreciate everybody who follows me on X at Elrick. My account was hacked a month or two ago, so I've tried to move over to Facebook.
Iranians.
Oh, they've done everything. So if you have seen my Facebook page, here is the quiz question that I promoted. Which American president who traces one branch of his family tree to Ireland has a travel plaza on the highway from the West Coast to Dublin and museum dedicated to him? Which American president who traces one branch of his family tree to Ireland has a travel plaza and museum dedicated to him? Not Kennedy. I will give you a hint, although we've just had the answer. He said somewhere along the way, the apostrophe fell off our name from O apostrophe Obama to Obama. Barack Obama is honored by a travel plaza in Donegal, Ireland. And he says one of his distant relatives is from the small town of Donegal. If you're ever in Ireland, you have a chance to stop at the Barack Obama Service Plaza. It is absolutely worth your time. So, sir, please help me second.
I am.
What was Wayne State University's nickname before it was switched to the Warriors?
Okay, Alan says,
Answer is Carter.
what was the nickname of Wayne State University before they switched their name to Warriors? And the correct answer is
Tartars.
the Tartars. So,
My father's a Tana.
oh, it is. It also goes very well with the fish that we have during Lent.
It does. The Tana sauce.
That's it. Okay, Darcy.
This to be maybe easy. How many buildings does Dan Gilbert own? And now there's a range. So how many buildings does Dan Gilbert own? Anybody who has not answered in the city of Detroit. How many buildings does Dan Gilbert own in the city of Detroit? Anybody have a guess? How many buildings does Dan Gilbert own in the city of Detroit? No guesses even? Wow.
Every damn one?
It's estimated between 100 and 131. And then the rest are owned by Elrick and Matty Maroon. Correct. All right, so I'll do a bonus then. How much did Ford spend to renovate the Michigan Central Station? How much did Ford spend to renovate the Michigan Central Station? Anybody? Our long vacant depot? Man, I think the crowd is
That's
checking
a
out.
number.
It's $1 billion. $1 billion. Billion.
Okay, Ed Murphy, I know you know the answer to this one. As both an Irishman and a longtime East Sider, this Irish slang word is used to describe a good time, entertainment, or lively conversation. It's also what almost destroyed the city of Detroit in the 1980s. Crack. Now the Irish spell it C-R-A-I-C. And Young
That
Boys
was my partner.
Incorporated
That
spell it
was
all
my
different.
partner, Catherine, over there, coming in hard with crack.
You might want to keep a close eye.
All
on
right.
that.
So this is a question that y'all should know, but looking at this room, I think only my good friend Roland over here is going to know the answer to this. Juan Atkins, Derek May, Kevin Saunderson invented a genre of electronic music that conquered the world, but they're not from Detroit. They're all from this suburb of Detroit, downriver, and they're known as the blank three around the world. What suburban Detroit city are those three legends known as? So the sound guys got it. Anybody else? Melvindale, good guess, close. Roland, I'm so disappointed in you as the young black guy here. It's the Belleville Three. They're all from Belleville. You all should know that. I didn't tell you couldn't answer anymore.
All right, we're getting down. The prize table's getting a little low.
You're down to buttons and sutras.
We are. We've got more prizes, but we're We're getting closer to the bottom of my glass of Guinness.
What is the name of the artist who created the Spirit of Detroit statue? Somebody got to get this one. Come on.
Okay. Darcy, one more time.
What is the name of the artist who created the Spirit of Detroit statue? Right here. Very well done. Yes, that's correct. Marshall Fredericks is the name of the artist who created the Spirit of Detroit statue.
He was
See how
there.
much you know.
He was there.
Yeah.
For
Thank you.
those of you longtime
Call me
Eastsiders, you also know that Marshall Fredericks created the lion with the little brass mouse in his paw.
My
that for many
favorite
years
ever, Eastland Mall.
was at Eastland Mall. As a bit of a
It's now at
really,
St. John's Hospital, I believe.
I'm not sure.
I think that's who has it. It is at St. John's. Every year, this is a little Augie trivia. On Christmas Eve, I go to Eastland since I left that neighborhood growing up there, and would rub the lion and take a picture at the beginning of camera phones, send it to my childhood friends from St. Jude every year until Eastland Mall closed on Christmas Eve.
Excellent.
Me and the mouse and the lion.
That's my favorite.
Okay. Because not everyone here is Irish, this is a Belgian bar. I have a little bit of Irish trivia that everybody, regardless of your national origin, has a chance to answer correctly. What is the tagline for the breakfast cereal Lucky Charms? It's actually, I'm half in the bag already. That's the way they're marketed in Europe. But here in America, it is, in fact, they're magically delicious. So well done. Well done.
All right, hey, to save a nearly bankrupt city, this Detroit mayor successfully introduced, to his detriment and ours, the first Detroit city income tax. Who's the mayor that instituted income tax in the city of Detroit? He's Irish. There's like the 3 or 4 that everyone talks about. This is one of them. Where'd that come from? Yes, it was Jerome Kavanaugh in 1962 instituted the Detroit city income tax. You're welcome.
As a bonus question, how many U's are in the name Kavanaugh? How many? 0.
0.
He is one of the rare Kavanaughs in the world who does not have a U in his last name.
Just on Sunday, I visited the Jerome P. Kavanaugh Social Lounge in the back of PJ's Lager House. Still has the sign over the room.
So you were there, but there was no U there.
But I wasn't there, but there was no you.
There you go.
No you either.
So the answer to this question will be obvious if you listen carefully to the date. So listen to the date. It's a clue to the answer to this question. On April 11th, 1912, Francis Brown took one of the last known photos of what object? April 11th, 1912, Francis Brown takes a photo of an object that would never be seen again on either shore of the Atlantic. We've got it over here. I don't know if she wants to show all you jokers up. And there it is. Yes, in fact. Illustrated.
Oh, if you weren't paying
So
attention,
well.
you missed
This
it,
way,
folks.
but yes.
They reenacted the Titanic
It
there.
was the Titanic. Launched from
Very nice.
Ireland.
Nice work, ladies.
And
That
now
is the
somewhere-
world-famous Mickey Lyons there, Detroit author, historian, drinking historian.
Beautiful. And now it is probably most closely located near a band, one of the more obscure punk bands ever, the Marianas Trench.
Oh, Jesus.
Here's the bad news. That's an all-girl band.
That's where the hunt for Red October took the Russian sub.
There you go. Darcy.
What was the name of the overzealous police team that patrolled during the 60s? Yes, stress. Before I could even finish the question. The bonus question, what does stress stand for? Anybody? Sorry, say that again.
Paul got it.
People of a certain age are rocking this one out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Stress stood for Stop the Robberies, Enjoy Safe Streets. And again, the unit was named Stress.
There are some
I don't know if
wonderful
anybody wants to add any
podcasts.
nuggets about stress.
As podcasters, there are some wonderful podcasts about that awful history of Detroit. You should all listen to, everyone, about how that happened. It got Coleman Young elected, I think.
It did, yes, because he ran against police commissioner John Nichols.
Yep.
Who was the law and order candidate, which back then meant the killing black
Yeah,
guys.
right, the racist candidate. Right, absolutely.
All right. What was the name of Coleman Young's common law brother-in-law who went to prison in a big FBI drug sting?
Okay, Alan, give him that one again. Listen
Okay.
carefully.
And I listened to this podcast too, and I can't remember it, damn it.
What was the name of Coleman Young's common law brother-in-law who went to prison in a major FBI sting in the early 1990s?
I believe he's also an East Sider.
Robert Ritchie?
Ed Murphy. Not Ferguson. That was another mayor.
Ready?
Okay, one last time. Going once, going twice.
His name was, somebody have it?
One more time, Alan.
Okay. What was the name of Coleman Young's common law brother-in-law who went to prison after an FBI sting in the early 1990s?
Ed. Sam Riddle. No, you're
That was a different
It wasn't
thing.
Sam.
That was a
way
different.
up, way
The
up.
name is Willie Volson.
Willie Volz.
I feel better about my obscure questions now.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you for
I thought it was one of the Curry brothers. Okay. So I'm going to switch up to a little bit of Detroit trivia here, and I'll get back to the Irish trivia before we get the Shepherd's Hook.
You got 5 minutes, buddy.
Which Detroit mayor served at the same time as mayor of Detroit and governor of the state of Michigan? Which Detroit mayor served, as the Catholics would say, consubstantial as the mayor of Detroit and as the governor of Michigan? Becky? Not Mason? Yes.
Mickey? Pingree?
Who said
Mickey Lyons, a historian there.
yes? The answer is Hazen Pingree. He was a populist. He had a shoemaking factory. And if you go to Grand Circus Park, he is on the northwest corner of the park, sitting in a giant chair and inviting you to come up and stare at his sack.
And he was also known as the Potato Patch Mayor because he did a whole thing of helping the poor, basically,
That's
through
how he got
agriculture and potatoes and growing potatoes. And there is a farm within city boundaries called Pingree Farms that honors him and partners with the Detroit Public Schools.
His campaign motto was, "It takes a pair to be mayor of Detroit and governor of Michigan." And I got him. Come and get you some. They didn't have bumper
Is
stickers.
that on his flag on the
We're
posters?
in the dirt,
lawn
we're in the
sign.
dark, we're in danger.
They
It
did
takes
not
a
have
pair on his lawn sign.
They did not have bumper stickers, but if you remember, carriages had a long wooden bumper. You could get all that on.
Sure, you could. Sawicki and Sons made them then too, huh?
Union made. You gotta have that bug on
Gotta
there.
have the Union
You
button.
gotta have that bug on there. Okay.
Should we pour a little out for Dietrich Furs right now?
Any other Irish?
Pour a little out for
Detroit?
Dietrich Furs?
Okay.
Okay, I got one more too.
Okay. Last round for Darcy and August.
This is pretty easy. How many times was Gil Hill in a Beverly Hills Cop movie as Inspector Todd? How many times? How many
Smell is your
versions?
bullshit.
We got one person that said 2 in the back.
Andrew, what do you got there?
Anybody want to guess? 2 is not correct. Yes, 3 is correct. 3 is
Ass
correct.
is on the line.
Gil
I okayed
Hill
all
was
this
Inspector Todd in 1, 2, and 3 of Beverly Hills Cop. So, and of course he ran for mayor and lost to Kwame Kilpatrick, but he had a great sense of humor. Just to tell one quick Gil Hill joke, and this is actually stolen from Bill McGraw, who spent the Free Press. But he was getting in the elevator with Gil Hill, and this woman said, "Hey, I know you. Weren't you in Police Story?" And he said, "No, Citizen Kane."
Now, if
That's
you
fine.
answered that question as Gil Hill, I will give you an autographed copy of the Kwame Sutra. And the correct answer is, God damn it, Foley, you motherfucker, you damn well know I was in there 2 goddamn times, you son of a bitch. You fucked this whole thing up.
My version was better.
The greatest line. All I smell is your bullshit. I'm getting my mic. I'm close. I'm
That-
close.
that-
I can smell it, Inspector. I can smell it.
That's just my McGillicuddy reek.
All right. My last one. Name this Detroit recording studio that predates Hitsville, USA, and recorded artists including Aretha, Miles Davis, John Lee Hooker, Charlie Parker, the Rolling Stones, Jackie Wilson, Bob Seger, and Parliament Funkadelic. It opened in 1939 on 2nd Street, and it was there before Hitsville, USA. Let's see if anybody else in the room possibly knows it. We got this? It is United Sound Systems, and it is still over there on 2nd Avenue. And before I put down the microphone, I just want to remind you all, Detroit gave the key to the city to Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, but it was a Detroit who put that sword up Gaddafi's ass.
Well,
And you know why? Reckless eyeballing. Do not reckless eyeball anybody over here. That'll get you in trouble fast. Okay,
All
August, where can people catch your podcast?
we are the Man Cave Happy Hour, myself and Jamie Flanagan over here, who also does myirishradio.com. We are live every Monday night from the Podcast Your Voice studios in Southfield. You can find us where all your finest podcasts are found.
Jamie does not sound like an Irish name. Are you
Jamie
sure
Flanagan
Are you sure he's like
Oh,
Jamie
Flanagan.
Flanagan?
From 96.3 WDVD. He's got the pipes.
That sounds like
Oh, he's got the pipes, lad.
that sounds like a French name. Well, let's hear it for August and Jamie.
Thanks for having us, Emma.
Oh, always a
always fun.
pleasure. Always
Thank
a
you.
pleasure. Darcy?
So I'm going to take total personal privilege and say, one, it's so great to see my friend from college, Dawn Welton. So I haven't seen her in like 20 years.
Hey, let's hear it for the
Something
East Side.
crazy.
Welcome for the Dawn.
And-
Come on,
East Side.
Come on, get them up.
And the best realtor and coolest person, Anne-Marie DeRozier, is here. It's nice to meet her sister.
All right, Anne.
I'm just giving some love to people I know, but thanks for listening.
And Alan Lingle of Deadline Detroit's got one more Detroit bit of trivia for us before he goes and posts some of the best news you can find on the internet. Deadline Detroit, check it out. There's news every damn day.
Who sang in 1968 Black Day in July? It was a song about Detroit after the rebellion or riots, whatever. It was called Black Day in July.
Black Day in July.
Black Day in July. It was about the Detroit riots.
Who sang it is about the Detroit riot.
A very famous Canadian singer.
Okay, so this is somebody from South Detroit.
Oh, Canadian. So it's not Stevie Wonder.
Sam Roberts.
He's saying, I
Ready?
can see clearly now.
All right.
rain is-
The,
is
the
falling.
answer is Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Gordon
That's
Lightfoot.
the only answer. I was like, yeah.
So, Gordon Lightfoot, our Canadian friend, recently passed. Also took a traditional Irish song for the melody of his biggest hit. Can you name that biggest hit? The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So have you ever heard Back Home in Derry and you're like, damn, I've heard this before. Oh, yes, Byron McG- from the Big 8, CKLW. Okay, so we really appreciate you guys coming out. I'm ML Elrick, ML Soul of Detroit. We post a new episode every Tuesday. We have one up there right now. We may add this as a bonus episode. We'll have to see. But we appreciate you coming out. It's a pleasure and a privilege for us to be here every St. Patrick's Day, and every day they're open when you may find one of us at the bar. Let's hear it for John Rutherford and his staff here at the Cadieux. We're going to move out so that the real talented folks can take over. There's going to be live music all night, as you know. And I want to end with a little bit of Irish trivia that I hope we can all take with us, regardless of your nationality, your faith, what you believe in, where you come from, or where you're going next. What do the 3 leaves of a shamrock symbolize on St. Patrick's Day? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. According to the legend that St. Patrick used the shamrock to illustrate the concept of potential converts, it can also symbolize love, hope, and faith. I hope you have all of those in your life. And if you don't, the bar is still open.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, awesome.
I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.